I'm Blythe Stevens of A Blythe Coach, where I help multi-passionate creatives take leaps of faith. Because of my work as a movement educator, a teaching artist, and coach, I've gotten into creating content, if you will, and offerings a little bit more around my creative process, as well as work as a teacher and both creating and helping other people to create. And that has included my handy dandy bullet journal as that process has evolved, for planning, for keeping memories, for tracking inspiration, for tracking projects, and also my everyday daily log sort of pocket notebook. So I've joined sort of the notebook community because of the way that these analog tools support me actually accomplishing all the many things that I, as a multi-passionate individual myself, want to accomplish. I think I will probably do another video, since I've done some sharing on the blog and whatnot about my, I wouldn't call myself strictly a minimalist, but I have a minimalist journaling or an essentialist journey, or basically trying to focus on what's important to me personally and let go of things that aren't so important. And part of that has to do with material things, including sort of day-to-day use cosmetic things. From an environmental standpoint, I want to minimize my impact. And also from a financial standpoint, I don't want to be wasting money on things that are not important to me or not in alignment with my values. So that has impacted my personal care and cosmetics use, and a part of that is this extremely tiny, everyday carry cosmetics and first aid kit that every time I'm carrying my pack I have with me, including when I'm traveling or doing special excursions or things where I might have additional sort of resources in terms of a first aid or an emergency preparedness, but this is the basic sort of urban situation. So, and it just fits so perfectly in here. That tickles me no end. So the first things that I have that are sort of tools that I rarely use, but when they are needed, it's just so glad that they're available to me, are a small tweezers. This one is from Tweezer Man, and the package is mangled, but it still protects the pointy tip, and it's a little mini one, so that is great. And then I have a little ear cleaner for travel that just sort of makes up the other end of that packaging, and when I really am traveling is part of sort of my after shower routine, and so I already have that with me. I don't need to grab my other one from the bathroom, it's always there. In the very back of the kit, I don't even want to take it out because it's nestled in there so cozily, but I will grab it really quick. There's a little mini, like a hotel style sewing kit in case I need to do mending. Actually, what it's most useful for is there's a needle in there, so if you need to get a splinter out and the tweezers aren't enough, that's helpful, but also reattaching a button or all those sorts of travel life, or when I'm, for example, helping with a show or in a production, there's often sort of sewing, mending that needs to happen there. A tiny nail file, probably one of the most used sort of emergency things. It's a little glass file that I use. It really is the one, again, that I use for travel, so when I am going to get up and go, I don't need to grab a nail file or sewing kit or tweezers or a nail clipper. Not, again, day-to-day necessary, but sometimes we have a cuticle that snags, or on longer trips I don't have to grab the clippers, they're already with me. Lip balm, that can also of course double as a general moisturizer. I've got a little tiny tea tree oil and lavender oil. One is sort of antibacterial, the other more relaxing. A tiny brown eyeliner pencil for touch-ups, or if I forget, or again travel, this is the one. And a tiny, can I get it out? A tiny Benetint blush, my favorite lip cheek. I don't really use it on my lips at all, but that's the blush. And at the moment, teeny weeny floss. So I don't need to worry about that either on a daily basis if I have something stuck between my teeth, but also not so much for longer trips, but for a shorter trip, if I were to forget, I've got a backup in there. And I need to replenish my Band-Aid that's usually in here. And oh, there's one more thing that's hiding in the side. I almost forgot. I actually have, I can't get it out, but there's a little packet of emergency dry powder soap in there too. Amazing. So that is my everyday carry, sort of emergency urban cosmetic kit. Thanks so much for joining me. If you love these sorts of packing or what's in my bag or everyday carry, I'll keep creating things like that as the sort of mood suits me. Or if you're more interested in content around dance, around mindful movement, around living a creative life, then I'm also totally here for that, and I'll see you again really soon. Take care.